Hey y'all, so I just seen the Michael movie yesterday, right? So I said I was gonna do a review on the movie. Oh my goodness, do I have opinions? Now, huh, I I tried to be open minded, because I did see the miniseries, when I was younger. So I tried to be open minded going to see this movie because a good movie is a good movie, and it could be well done, right? Well, here's the thing that I did like and what I didn't like. Now, I do give um it it has it good it had its good. I mean, yeah, it has some good in there, but okay, let's just start at the beginning. So Michael was a little kid in the beginning of the movie. This is like when the Jackson 5 just started. The kid that played Michael, okay? Um First of all, I didn't like the way he was singing the songs. He sung the songs too aggressively. He was singing it rough when it was supposed to be smooth. You know, like even on the miniseries, that kid, he sung the music. He was singing the songs and it was smooth. This kid was so aggressive when he sung these songs on this movie. On Michael, that young man was really aggressive singing it didn't give Michael, because Michael was suave. Michael was smooth. Let me tell you now. When I had you to myself, I didn't want you around. Like he was smooth. He wasn't like the way he sung this. He was like he was mad or something. I don't know, but it just wasn't given to me. And then the dance steps were not fluid. Okay. And I know I'm not trying to be too hard on the baby because to pull off Michael is hard. But it just wasn't fluid. The dance moves weren't given like fluid, the way he was dancing. I was like, no, it wasn't giving Michael. Um, the brothers, like they felt like background characters. Like they just felt like extras. Like they really were not a big part of this movie. Like they weren't a big part of his life or something. Like those were his brothers, right? They were in a group together. These are his siblings. I know it's called Michael, but they are part of his family. The bodyguard was more significant than the brothers were. It's like they were background characters. And Janet wasn't even in the movie. I didn't even see the character for Janet in the movie. Seen Latoya, didn't see Janet, didn't see Ruby. Maybe I missed when Ruby came in. I didn't see her. I don't know. Maybe I missed that part. Um, Joe. Joe was a whole menace. Joe was a menace throughout the movie. Cat and I gotta say this, and I love Nia Long. But I didn't like her as Catherine. I honestly thought I would like it more, but I didn't like her as Catherine. And I don't know. I don't know why it just wasn't giving like this motherly feel to it. It wasn't flowing right. I don't know. The movie was not giving. Now I do give teenage slash adult Michael this, like I liked his character kind of somewhat in the beginning, right? The beginning of it, when he first, went into his teenage years, he was kind of soft spoken, like Michael was, you know, it was okay, right? Even the manager that came in, how they had to fire Joe through effects, all that, I like all that part, right? But what I didn't like, okay, so the dance moves, I seen about three. I seen about three really, like, oh, let me hit you with the moonwalk. Now watch me, robot, in a circle, in a circle. Watch me. Like he kept spinning in a circle, moonwalk, spinning in a circle. Like it's giving like Show them hey, show the family your little dance move, baby. Show the little family the little dance move. That's what it was giving to me because it wasn't giving Michael. It wasn't giving Michael because Michael had more dance moves than that. I remember Michael was like, he was just a showman and it wasn't giving show. It was now I ain't like his acting was for that to be his first movie. I think he did fairly well. If it was not Michael. It wasn't giving Michael, but he did alright with some of the acting. Some. That the only person in the movie I really think did a good job as far as the acting goes was Joseph. Joe was giving Joe. Joe made you not like Joe. Joe was giving bad guy. The person who played Joseph did a really good job because you really was a villain in my mind. Like he a whole menace out here. Joseph didn't care about them kids at all. Catherine just letting stuff slide. Joseph, it's for my boys. It's for my boys. Like bro, no. Michael got burnt on stage, and Joseph's like, "So you saying that he won't be able to go back on tour?" Michael gotta go back because what about the boys? It was just, we already made plans with Don King, and bro, it was just, then I mean, it was sped up, and I get it was a movie, so you had to put a time limit on everything. But like I said, it didn't really give family moments. You probably like, even though the family was there, it didn't feel like a family. It wasn't giving really family. It just something wasn't gelling. It was not. You know how like in the miniseries, you felt like they was a family. You got to know the characters. You felt a warmth towards the characters and everything. Uh, Even the part with the rat was sped up, and then the way they put Ben in the movie, like the song Ben, the song Ben about the rat. Why didn't they have him sing Ben? And then, kind of going through him talking to the little rat. If they would have did that, it would have, some of the stuff just, I feel like they just tossed it together. Um, I don't know. They said the family had some input in it, but like, they gave more dirt when Joe was alive than when he passed away, because Joe had a whole daughter out there and cheated. But they ain't had that in the movie. I ain't see that nowhere in there. Catherine Randall got getting tired of, Joseph mess, but it never gave that part. But I guess you don't speak ill of the dead. So I don't know. It's a lot of stuff they left out. Joe was a menace, but they ain't show everything. And then they didn't have Diana Ross in it, and she was a significant part of Michael's life, but I guess she backed up. But when you didn't even see Janet in the movie, I thought they were going to at least include Scream, make me want to scream, like some of the stuff that we seen in the 90s, but they ain't do that either. I'm like, it was so much missing. And even with they went on a tour, it's just, the brothers were, they were just background characters. They didn't even seem like they cared. The only person we seen really in the room with Michael when he was in the hospital was his mother. Like, you got that big old family and don't, like, nobody goes in there to see you but your mother. They highlighted his time with his mother. So I guess, I don't know. He had it, like I said, it was just sped through. It was really sped through. It's so much more I could say about this movie, but maybe your opinion might differ than mine. I really get a movie, and this is a struggle 6 But I don't know, maybe a 5.5, because it was not giving. It was not giving. I fell asleep towards the end of the movie because it just at that point I was done with it. I was done with it. Towards the end, like after like they had went on the victory tour. I think it's like towards the end. Like I was like, okay, I'm over it. But I did see him perform bad. I'm bad. You know I it's who's bad, bro. It's so much with this movie. But I do, like I said, it was like I give it like a 5 because it was bits and pieces that that I kind of like, and like I said, the nephew, like Jafar, I think that's his name, he can act. I just want to see, I guess.